Welcome back, guys, to our playthrough of Pokemon Violet. In the last episode, we spent some time looking to evolve Bisharp into King Gambit. I realized I really strongly disliked King Gambit's design and got rid of him. Swapped him out for Garchomp for the main purpose of getting a... Oh, dang it. I was really hoping that we could jump and climb on buildings. It's annoying that we can't. I get why we can't, but I wish we could. Swapped out King Gambit because I really didn't like him. Swapped him out for... Garchomp and taught him False Swipe, a move that I rely heavily on when catching Pokemon, so Garchomp is now part of the team. In addition to that, we got a really cool Pokemon that we added as well, this Noivern. But this ain't no normal Noivern. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. My friends, a freaking shiny Noivern has joined the team. After we got our King Gambit, we went over to a Noivern outbreak. And we just did a very simple farming method that I've talked about before, like when we got our Charcadet, where we just knocked out 60 Pokemon for the mass outbreak, then set the picnic, put away the picnic, set the picnic, put away the picnic. I think it was less than 15 times, and Shiny Noivern was among all the Noivern that we had seen. And now he's on the team. Get out of my face, what are you doing? But he is so freaking cool. Really, really liking the style. Ideally, though, the goal for the last episode wasn't necessarily, when I first started anyway, wasn't necessarily to evolve Bisharp. I didn't even really want to do that. It was really just a matter of wanting to level up a little bit just to prepare the team. I really want a shiny one of this little dolphin thing. I want that. So, because I wasn't able to actually spend some time doing the raids like I wanted to, I think we're going to do that now. Now, truth be told, I did actually already start recording this video, but ran into a hiccup when the game crashed on me. And I had to start all over again. But, you know, whatever. That's just how it goes sometimes. This game is super duper buggy and crashes. This game has crashed more than any other game for me over the past 2 years, I think. The last game that was this buggy and this crashy was Cyberpunk 2077. And I have a beefy PC. It should have been able to handle that without issue. And it was a nightmare. I haven't played it since. We're hearing good things, though. Might jump back into that. But anyway, for a Nintendo Switch, like, that just seems nuts. Nintendo was on top of their stuff. I am blown away by the negligence of, like, this team behind making this game and how many crashes and issues that we've had. Because in the last episode, or in this episode, I started over, but I did try again, in picking up right where I left off. Hold on, challenge alone. Okay, so I started this episode, and I started talking about Noivern, talking about the shiny, you know, whatever, talking about the intentions of this video, and then all of a sudden I started getting, like, massive frame rate drops and skips and lags, and it was just all over the place, and then boom, crashed. Like, what the hell? That doesn't happen with Nintendo games as far as I know. That has never happened to me with any other Nintendo. Honestly, I could say pretty much no other Nintendo game have I ever had that issue with. So not only is this like the first time it's happened so badly with Nintendo Switch, it's the first time it's ever happened to me on Nintendo. I have never had that problem. And weirdly enough, I don't think I've ever in my life owned a cartridge game, man, think about this for a second, that has crashed. Maybe Ocarina of Time once. Maybe. Yeah, I can't think of it. Man, I'm trying to think. Was there any other... Yeah, the Sega Genesis was cartridge-based. Nintendo, Super Nintendo's, Game Boy handhelds from Nintendo. Yeah, I can't think of it. I can't think of any other game that's cartridge-based aside from my Sega Genesis from like the early 90s. Yeah, I can't think of any other cartridge-based game or game console that had crashed on me. Just never had that problem with Sega, never had that problem with Super Nintendo, with Nintendo, with Game Boys, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy SP, DS, 3DS. Yeah. That's it. That's a huge issue for me, thinking about that now. That really bothers me. The very first time this has ever happened. And this is just like, this is the biggest... I don't want this thing. The biggest, I don't want to say endeavor. What's the word I'm looking for? Biggest project, biggest attempt, something like that. It's one of the biggest things I think that Game Freak has ever... It has to be the biggest title that Game Freak has ever had. biggest project they've ever the most I don't know. And considering that Legend Arceus like was also before this, I didn't crash once then either. Like didn't crash there. Have no idea what was going on. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just it really bothers me how things turned out for this game. You know, we still got a lot of videos out of it. Still having a lot of fun. Everything is going really well. Is that a Pikachu? What is that? Okay. Yeah, nothing interesting. You know what I mean? Like, it's... I don't know. How do I want to word this? I don't think it's reasonable in any way, shape, or form ever for the consumer to have a product that's not complete like this. Buggy, crashes, performance issues, frame rate drops. Disregard like the missing features and all that stuff. That is a design decision. But the technological failures of this game is not something that the consumer base should have to put up with and should defend ever. I don't care. Oh, oops, I threw out an over and I didn't want to do that. I don't care. Why does it look like he has a couple of... Never mind. The back of his head, it looks... From back here, nothing. Nothing. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're... It's like, oh man, this is their biggest project ever. They bit off more than they can chew. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever, man. We paid for this product. This game should be in top tier condition. And not only that, but like it's a Nintendo game to boot. Like, Nintendo has always been true to form, but this... Now, all honesty, I don't play a ton of Nintendo games, but I play enough, especially with the Pokemon games over the years, to be able to speak to this, I think, as a consumer. I know it's a big title, and they had to put a lot on their plate. Ambitious. That's the word I was looking for. This was the most ambitious title that Game Freak has ever had, but the fact that Nintendo was okay for it to come out like this. Now, that being said, despite the fact that I have experience with Nintendo, while it's not like my main console, obviously, let's see, let's go to this Ice one too. We're pretty close to it. I can't say whether or not Nintendo hasn't had other issues, whether it be on Switch or other consoles that I referenced. I can't speak to that. There may have been other buggy problems for other games that people have talked about that I'm not familiar with. Can totally be the case. What is that? Oh, is it a Flabébé? I can barely tell. Yeah, it's a Flabébé. I don't care. So it's definitely possible that can be a thing. And it just didn't affect me because I wasn't playing the game. And I know that EA has like, and maybe Activision, Ubisoft, these guys have been sort of been the ones responsible for setting like precedent of releasing games in crappy condition. But man, CDPR really took the cake with that one, I think, with Cyberpunk 2077. I have never in my life seen anything like that so bad, ever. Because you gotta remember, like, prior to the Xbox 360, like the first Xbox, the black one, PlayStation... God, I don't even know if PlayStation 2 had it, but PlayStation 3... It wasn't really until PlayStation 4, Xbox One... No, PlayStation 3. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 had updates. I think I would say those consoles had, like, updates and stuff like that, but I don't remember ever seeing a game so broken out of the box. Games have sucked, right? They were just badly designed, poorly thought out, things like that. But broken, busted games has become a newer thing since the PlayStation 4 and later era. Wow, that was painful. And while this game isn't necessarily on the same level of Cyberpunk, I would say that this is probably the equivalent to a Cyberpunk failure for Nintendo. Now, when I say that, I mean that from a purely technological word-of-mouth perspective. Because obviously this game sold like hotcakes, but so did Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk sold massive pre-sale orders and post-launch orders. Like, it was insane, the amount that they had. So just because a game sells well doesn't mean that it's good. You know, just because it's popular. You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't know. I mean, we're so far into this game now. I know that it's sort of like a little obnoxious to be talking about this in the same way. All this time later, as we did like earlier in the game, you know? But still, actually, let's see. Let's take a look at the bag. Having experienced multiple crashes, and I was actually, so as I was recording it, I was going to keep the crash in the game so you guys could see it. And then I was just like, I'll just start over. And then I was like, I got to address this, you know? Okay, so he's in good shape. Chi-Yu. See you. Cool. So I think... Yeah, so 66, 77, 70, 65, 91, 62. Okay, so Garchomp is like right on the cusp. Chi-Yu's at 62, so we can do a little bit more grinding. And that's really all it is. I don't know, I'm sorry. I hate to preach and I hate to go on and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'm unreasonable in that perspective. I do think it is impractical for people to defend this sort of behavior. It's totally BS, in my opinion. And then we're gonna go to this one. Yeah, we're gonna use Iron Thorns here, I think. You can't defend it. It's not fair to the consumer. There's no excuse. If the game is not working, don't release it. I don't care if there's plans for day one patch. You use that for things that maybe like went under the radar that you just didn't know. Like, oh, I didn't know that people could take advantage or whatever of this particular scenario. What we need to do now is release a patch to fix that, so it's not a game, like, I don't know, not necessarily game breaking, but you know what I mean? It's a completely different scenario if the plan is like, okay, the game is in shit condition, we know this, and we're just going to go ahead and release it anyway, and then we'll just, you know, push patches later down the road. That is B-friggin-S. That, no. Unacceptable. Heck no, dude. Heck no. Don't do that. Release the game in an acceptable state, and I think while I can play this game, it's not acceptable. I don't know. I've said enough. I think I've gotten to my point and beyond that, so I think we're okay. I guess I'm just trying to fill the dead air because this is just one of those videos where it's sort of an in-between. I didn't want to do a ton of grinding in between videos just in case something interesting happened. So I figured we would just do this together, do a short little video so you can see that I'm grinding. And I'm going to do some grinding in between videos, but I didn't want to just like do that all on myself. I wanted to do it with you guys mostly. Or at least, you see that I'm grinding, so if I do any additional grinding in between videos, you know what's up. But then again, at the same time, I only need a little bit more. We can do like a couple more raids, and we're ready. I want the team to be 65 and above, and I'm hoping that's enough. But I do think it would be fun if we actually lost a battle. Because I don't think we've ever lost. We've had Pokemon get knocked out, but we've never lost a fight. Not to any gym leader, not to the Elite Four, not to the champ, nothing. We did very, very well. Not that the game was hard or anything, but you know what I'm saying? Once we get to level 65 for Chi-Yu, then I think we can wrap it up and then take on the gyms in the next ones. Okay. I'm curious, what does a shiny Hawlucha look like? Not that I want one. I don't like Hawlucha as a Pokemon. Oh, that thing is ugly. And he was in the anime, though. Shiny Hawlucha. Carl's Hawlucha. So apparently there's a character named Carl who has a shiny one. He's a dirty bird. I don't like this one. Oh, there's like no entries with it. When light and dark collide, Pokemon in the series XY and XYZ. Trainer Carl. Oh, he's an older guy. Carl's a character appearing in Pokemon the series XY Kalos Quest. Before Carl was a producer and director of a theater show, he was a trainer of the shiny Hawlucha. However, Hawlucha was badly injured in one of the battle tournaments, so Carl offered him a position as an actor for one of the theater shows. Very interesting. So yeah, so there's Pokemon the series XY and XY and Z. Very interesting. When light and dark collide, Hawlucha and Dark Hawlucha is the third episode of the Pokemon the series XY Kalos Quest. Ash unknowingly disrupts a play rehearsal, sending a star It's Sargalade out of commission. Ash's Hawlucha and the odd-colored Hawlucha villain must work together to get the play back on track until Team Rocket appears. So, Ash, dummy loser, has a Hawlucha himself, but it's like a boring, lame-ass, non-shiny one, because he's, you know, boring, lame-ass, and dumb. Actually, let's do the steel one, because it's really close here. So he has a Hawlucha, he throws it out there, and then has, like, some sort of odds and ends dealing with the shiny one. It's interesting. I've always liked when they included the shinies in the anime. I thought that was kind of cool. I wish they would have done that a little bit more before my time came and went, you know, because I feel like, I mean, I got too old for the anime very, very early. The first couple of seasons before Ash's voice actor changed, I did enjoy those. Those were fun to me. But then, once the voice actor changed, it lost me. Let's see. Also, too, I'm going to look at something with you guys here in a sec. No, not you. Should be enough for you to evolve once. Very nice. Okay, so I want to look at something. So I need to get a Timid Mint for Noivern. I was looking at Natures, and Noivern... Yeah, he's so freaking cool. Flying Dragon, Tera Type Dragon. That's cool. I like that. Ability Frisk. When it enters battle, a Pokemon can check an opposing Pokemon's held item. Impish. That bothers me. I don't have a Timid Mint, which sucks, but that's not the end of the world. I'm not here to necessarily play aggressively, competitively. I just don't have a need for that. However, if I do come across one of those Timid Mints, I will use it. Noivern is known for its incredible speed. What is that Pokemon there? That's an Umbreon, but what is that? What is that thing? What the heck are you? Oh, Snorunt stuck in there. I was like, what the heck? Anyway, it's impressive speed, so you definitely want to use Timid Natures if you want to boost that up there. Which I was surprised. I thought he would have something like for attack or special attack. Probably attack. Noivern looks like he would be a speed and attack type Pokemon, personally. That's what I figured. Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah. But Timid boosts that speed up there, so he's incredibly fast. Let's grab this stuff. I'm not going to go grinding for the mints. I also think they're random in terms of dropping, so I don't really know if there's an effective way to go for them. Steal one at 4 stars. We're going to go fire on this one. You know what? Let's play around with Chi-Yu. I actually decided to give him Flamethrower, which is really freaking awesome. Flamethrower is probably my favorite, my #1 favorite attack in all of the Pokemon games, period. I always have fire Pokemon on my team, possibly more than one. In this case, 2. The Dark Fire with Chi-Yu. Surprisingly, as a fish, it's not water, but it's, you know, fire and dark. And then fire and ghost for Ceruledge. A lot of Pokemon are dual type these days, so it's not really a big deal. Split the moves in half, 2 and 2, if that's what you want to do. But I didn't want to teach Flamethrower. God, he's so freaking cool. I didn't want to teach Flamethrower to Ceruledge because his attack is his greatest ability, and I don't want to give him a Flamethrower, which would be a special attack. I don't actually know if Chi-Yu's special attack is what it's all about. I'm not sure if that's its best, but since it's a legendary that we can't farm for, it didn't really matter. So I just decided that I was going to go and find the necessary materials to make Flamethrower as a TM and teach it to him, because he can't learn that one on his own. Which is fine, because TMs are very easy to come by. In fact, I may have... Did I do that in the last episode? I don't remember if I did in the last episode, but I think we did, because I went and I found... That's right, we found the Houndour. We grabbed the Houndour Fang or whatever. And then, yeah, and then we taught him these attacks. Yeah. That's right. You guys were with me on that one. Okay. Yeah. But I just, you know, I don't think I expanded on the rationale. Man, Chi-Yu is so freaking cool. I am very excited for when they add a shiny one on here. I think it's so freaking cool. Oh, it's a dark one. I was also looking at how you change your Tera type. So apparently those shards that we have, those Tera shards of different elements, that is how you change the Tera type of the Pokemon, which is actually really frustrating for me because I have gotten a lot of them, but nowhere near enough. From what I gather, you need 50 Tera shards of the type that you want, and that's how you change that. So, like, for example, my Espeon, which I'm very frustrated by, has a normal Tera type, which I didn't even think about, which is so freaking annoying. And its special attack is where it's at. So he knows all these really good special moves and everything. Actually, I don't know if Espeon's... I think Espeon has the right nature. I can't remember. But whatever. My point is, at least, is that it's going to take me a long time to get Espeon to have a Tera type that's Psychic, which we might... I mean, I might really need that if we challenge the gym leaders in the next episode. Once we start doing that, it's going to, you know what I mean? Like, just sucks. I wish it was easier. There's probably ways to minimize the amount of time it takes to do it. Or increase, like, returns and all that, which is totally, like, reasonable. This thing is so annoying because it... See, it looked like a shiny in the shadow. That's so stupid. It drives me nuts. Because this thing is really cool. I like the way this guy looks. Wait, why didn't Noivern pop out with his shiny sparkles? That was probably a bug, right? Maybe it's just the position of the battle somehow. You can see the sparkles when he retracts inside like that, but... Okay, with that recent crash, I want to save it again. Chiyu's almost there. This Village is probably going to carry again. I cannot imagine that we're going to get stomped this time around. If everybody increased levels by 10... Oops, I went to bag. We still would have a pretty good, Yeah, we need you. We'd still be in really good shape, you know? Yeah, see, look at this. Dark type Tera Shard, 18. I need 50 if I want to use that somehow. Dang it, why are you not... Damn it! It's not, like, what the hell? I screwed that up. Big time. Out of my face. Damn it, I messed that up. Oh, so annoying. Okay. You know, I've been really after this Gallade for a long time. And I feel like it's taunting me. And I can't quite tell if this thing is above or below. See, you look shiny. And then you get out of the friggin' shadow. Okay, so it... See, that's what I'm talking about. When it does, the frame rate drops. Gotta save it. Well, you know, honestly, what I'm really afraid of is that this game is going to screw me over and it's going to crash and delete my save file. That's what I'm really worried about. I have not heard of any player having their save file deleted, but I'm very paranoid about it anyway because of the time and effort we've put into this. There's a couple of games that I'm really worried about that I'm going to lose save files and stuff because of the time and energy and effort that I put into all that, you know? Okay, so that Gallade disappeared, so it's not here. Damn, I thought it would be down here, but... Nope. Shiny Stones, landed gas. Great, I'm collecting Pokemon farts. Perfect. Alright, let's see. What do we have for another raid? A grass one here. That should be easy. We'll go ahead and fly to Medali. This is where you go, in fact. I talked about this before, but you go to Medali there if you want to do your, Tera type change. Definitely useful for the competitive side, but I don't know. I just... Like, I wish I was a competitive player, but dude, the mechanics, knowledge, strategy, and like all that some players put into these games is remarkable. I am not, nor will I ever be, that clever or good at this game. I play for fun. You know what I mean? I couldn't even. Okay, so you're a 4-star grass fish? Is that what that was? Alright, to you. To you. I do really feel bad using a legendary, but his design is so almost not legendary. In fact, if he wasn't legendary, I don't know if I would use him in the team. But he's got such a unique design. I don't know, I'm torn. If he wasn't legendary, I doubt he'd be fire and dark. He'd probably just be a flat out water type. Well, with the color, maybe he'd be a fire and water. I don't know. There's one Pokemon, I think, Volcanion? Let's see. Hold on, let me take a look. Yeah, I think it's the only one from the Kalos Pokedex. Let's see. Dual Fire Water Mythical Pokemon. Volcanion was leaked in January 16th issue of Core magazine, December 12th, 2015. It was officially revealed December 14th. Volcanion is the only Pokemon capable of learning the move Steam Eruption. Interesting. I was just seeing if maybe there was like some sort of confirmation there was no other fire. Oh, we gotta get to the battle. Why did I didn't even choose an attack. There we go. But I think that's the only one that's a fire and water. I don't think we have Luminion, by the way. Hit him. Nice. I don't think there's any other Pokemon that's a fire and water type. But these Ruinous type Pokemon, the Quartet, their history, they kind of have to be dark. I think his color palette and I think the way that his texture is designed makes him stand out. But I feel like if he looked exactly like this but wasn't legendary, he'd be super lame. I don't know. It's a weird thought process on this I have in my head. I don't know how you guys feel, but honestly, of the 4 Quartet, so actually I talked about this too the other day, is that I did a post on my community tab for the channel. If you go there now, there's about 144 votes right now, okay, asking who you guys liked as or pegged as the coolest of the Treasure of Ruin Quartet. Of these 4, last place is Ting Lu, which surprised me. I thought Wo Chien was going to be last place because it's that really ugly, like, grass slug thing. So Ting Lu's at 7% of 144 votes, okay? Wo Chien, the leafy pile of garbage slug thing, is 10%. So Ting Lu at 7%, Wo Chien at 10%. Ting Lu 7%, Wo Chien 10%. 7 and 10. I think I'm saying that right. Ting Lu 7%, Wo Chien 10%. Chi Yu comes out significantly above them, but significantly below Qian Po at 19%. I was shocked. Chi Yu is like the coolest one by a long shot. You all have terrible taste. But I think Qian Po, which dominates at 63% of 144 votes, so significantly more than half. Hashtag math. I think it's because Ice and Dark is a cool combination, but also the sword things. I think his design looks dumb, but I think people like the idea of what it represents. A dark ice, like, cat thing with sword fangs. Like, when you describe it, it's awesome, but when you look at it, for me, I'm like, oh, meh. I mean, he's more like a leopard, isn't he? Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I just noticed, because I'm a total dumbass. So we did we got grass Terra shards. Stupid. I'd have to grind for psychic shards. That makes sense. I didn't even piece that together until now. Talking about 50 shards to terraform. Okay, that actually makes it so much easier. Just do the raids for the element that you want. I mean, assuming the darkness of the deep sea looks like stars shining in the night sky. Nice. Oh, we don't have Finian either. That actually makes sense now. Well, I'm a freaking idiot. I'm pretty sure I have rare candies that I could probably be using too. There we go. 65. 65, 65. Alright. Should I replace with Inferno? Maybe, actually. I'll have to look into that before we move on. But all right, friends. So I think we're good when it comes to... I'm just looking around. When it comes to our levels now. So we're going to go ahead and start our journey taking on the gym leaders in the next episode of the playthrough. So for now, I think we'll go ahead and just start over in Mesa Goza, as it were. And then we'll continue from there. I need to look at and review what order we should go in again, because I have that map up. So we'll take a look at that. And we'll continue with more Pokemon Violet tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time right here on the Marcanine channel. If you enjoyed the video, share your love button and the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Any feedback for me, leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, don't forget to take a look at the description box. There's some links there that might be of interest to you, one of which is a link to the Marcanine community Discord server. If you want to be part of that group, you can chat with me directly. There's also a link to geekoutpost.com, an entertainment media blog that I own, operate, run, manage, design, and write for. It's a great place to stay up to date on the latest entertainment and gaming news, reviews, and rumors if you're into that kind of thing. Otherwise, just know I appreciate you and your time. I hope to see you when we continue with more of our playthrough of Pokemon Violet. Alright guys, that's it for me. Take care, be well. I'll see you later.